Hey friends, it's Kristen here, and we are sending our newsletter in video format, mostly video format, for this month because we have a super exciting story that we just wanted to share with you guys and convey it in verbal tones. And so, yeah, why don't we jump right in? So, first of all, we want to say thank you so much to all of our family and friends who continue to support us, whether it's financially, prayer, just there are so many ways you can be supporting us, and some of you are doing all of it. And so we just want to say thank you so much for how you guys are moving barriers for us, helping us to climb mountains, or even turning mountains into pillars of faith. We just so appreciate everything that you're sacrificing for us, and whether that be time and prayer or finances, we just thank you so much. All right, so make sure to stay the whole time because I am going to give you a little tour of our bathroom and room. And I have not staged it, so it is what it is, but I'll do that. Why not? Some of you probably just want to know what the inside of our house looks like, so. But anyway, so let's dive right into our story. So we were so blessed to have a ton of help moving into our house. People were here from Korolov. We had so many team members just helping us load in the furniture, set up the furniture, unpack my kitchen, help me set up my kitchen. We're just so grateful for that help that we had all throughout the process of getting here, arriving here, and helping this place that we're renting to feel more like a home. But as the weeks went by, we were kind of realizing, wow, we have a growing list of needs that is coming about as time goes on. And some of you are gonna think this is so silly and so strange. Not so much a need, but definitely a desire of my heart was to have a waffle maker. There were needs, I assure you, but me and my family love waffles. We're kind of borderline obsessed with waffles. And so I felt like that growing, desire, I guess you could say, to get a waffle maker. And there's this one night in particular, we were at a grocery store and they had one waffle maker left on the shelf. And it's the kind of store that only brings in certain things seasonally. And I was so tempted to get that waffle maker. But I just kind of felt this like hesitation in my spirit. Like, no, just hold off. You have to bring this growing list of needs and wants to the Lord before you go ahead and start purchasing things. So just wait on the Lord. So needless to say, we did not leave the store with that waffle maker that night, and we decided to do exactly that. We decided to take all of the things that were on our list and just start praying over them. And we were doing that pretty regularly. And then there was one night I decided to get on Amazon, and I was just gonna start keeping a list of these things on Amazon in case the Lord, just like decided to send somebody to our doorstep in miracle fashion and just, hand us like a check for $5,000 and tell us to go crazy on Amazon with a little shopping spree. I just, all kidding aside, I wanted to kind of keep track of, these things. And so I started putting a list together on Amazon. And it was actually that night we get a knock on the door. And so I'm putting this list together, and Alexander goes to the door to answer the door, and it was our neighbor. And our neighbor, her house is up for sale, and a couple times now she had knocked on our door just to kind of ask if she could borrow a couple of things as they're in the process of putting their house up for sale and, updating it, fixing it, cleaning it, just things like water, nothing major, no big deal. It was no, inconvenience or anything for us to be able to help her out. But tonight was different. She actually started asking Alexander as soon as he opened the door, hey, do you guys need this? Do you guys need that? And so he was starting to get a little overwhelmed, so he flagged me to come over. And I came over to the door and she just started going down a list of things. Do you need this? Do you need that? And I was just overwhelmed. And she was like, why don't you just come over to my house? We have a ton of stuff in the garage that we're going through right now. And seriously, anything that you can take, it'll just help us out so much. So please just come over. So, hey, it was hard to say no. So we went over and she just starts going through boxes and opening boxes and pulling out kitchen items and appliances and do you need this? Do you need that? How about you have this, and if you're gonna take this, you should probably take that because you need all of your appliances to match. And it was just crazy. And so she gets to one box and she does exactly that. She's pulling stuff out and then she actually pulled out, what do you think, guys? I don't know. Yes, you're right. She actually pulled out a waffle maker, and it wasn't just any waffle maker. It was actually a waffle maker in the box. Had never been opened before, so it was brand new. And my jaw just about hit the floor. I was just like, I cannot believe this is happening. I actually started crying because I'm a little bit of an emotional flake sometimes. But no, I couldn't believe that God was allowing this to happen. And it was just so crazy. And after that, you think the story was over, but no, she's just going on and on. Do you need this? Do you need that? Why don't you come into my kitchen? I'm getting rid of a ton of dinnerware, and I have serving dishes. Serving dishes was another thing that I was putting on the list. Cookware, there was some cookware that I needed. It was just insane. It was so surreal. It's one of those moments that was just blowing my mind. And so I'm trying to come back to reality and just make conversation with her, find out, why is she getting rid of all this stuff? So I started asking questions, kind of not trying to pry too much, but just, so why are you moving? Are you moving out of state for a job or something? You're just trying to get rid of stuff? Or, she actually started to open up with me and share that, she had a really tough year because of COVID. And so she was no longer living there and she needed to sell the house. And it was actually a really kind of broken situation. So, we quickly went to this place of, I can't even believe this is happening. This is just a miracle. That God is meeting all of our needs, so many of our needs in this moment. But she has needs too, and it's been a really rough year for her. And Lord, what is this ministry that you have for us? You've brought her into our lives, and we're here in Texas. You brought us here not only for the ministry of Core Love, but to be a light in our neighborhood. And so I just want to invite you to say a quick prayer for them if you think of them. I'm not going to give out names, but they are our neighbors, and the house is actually still up for sale. I texted her a few days ago and found out that she haven't had any offers. I'm going to be texting her maybe in another week or so to see if that's changed. But yeah, if you could just pray for our neighbor in that situation. She does have a daughter as well, and her daughter is 4 years old, so she's the same age as Cal, and just really gets us to think of her, and we are praying for her consistently as well. But man, guys, isn't that just so crazy? I couldn't even believe what was happening. And we share that just to encourage you, because there I was in a moment where I was just like, almost ready, kind of going down that path of okay, I'm just gonna start to be self-sufficient again. I'm gonna make a list on Amazon. And I hadn't purchased anything yet, but like once you start getting on Amazon and making the list, like you just kind of get this like impatient feeling, of like, oh my gosh, everything's in my cart. The temptation starts growing. And God just stopped me in my tracks, and he was like, I am gonna do something for you that's gonna be a heck of a lot better of a story. And so, as you just continue to take things to me and pray over them, I'm gonna provide. And so Alexander and I just wanna encourage you, Matthew 6:33 says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. And I just wanna encourage you, if you're in one of those moments where the tension is there of like, we have this need, but, we're not sure if we should just be self-sufficient or if God wants to do something in our lives just to show us how much he can do and show off his glory and his power. And, we'll make a lot better of a story. I would just encourage you to take that to God, pray over it. Because, he is just so good, and his mercies are new every morning, and he just loves to bless us. The heavens are open for us if we're seeking his kingdom first and living righteously, not to say out of our own righteousness, but just having that real daily walk with the Lord, where we're taking everything to him through prayer and petition. So that's our story. I hope you guys are encouraged. Man, it's crazy, right? Because the extreme of it is kind of our story, where we started this faith journey a few years ago, started really just living out that verse of Matthew 6:33, and now we're missionaries living in Texas. But that's okay, because the waffles are a lot better here. But no, in all seriousness, God is so good, and I don't think it's gonna be quite as extreme for everyone, but man, he is just such a good father, and he loves to give. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and flip my camera here, if I can figure out how to do that. Okay, my screen's not coming up, so actually I'll just go ahead and flip the camera this way. Okay, so you're seeing my very dirty bathroom mirror. I had to search the stores everywhere for some glass cleaner because mine was very ineffective so far. But this is our bedroom. Yes, my sheets are pulled back because I'm just airing out my bed today. This is kind of our view from our house. As you can see, there's kind of some blinds here, but we have this beautiful street that we live on, and we have a very nice big bedroom. It's just such a blessing. Seriously, the Lord has provided for us bigger and better than ever before. So yeah, so this is kind of I love this canvas of mine. The Lord really drew me to this canvas about 1.5 years ago, when he was starting to speak to us that he might be moving us somewhere else in the nation, and he continues just to bring that to fruition, just not just that we're somewhere else in the nation now, but just the word and the encouragement of ask and I'll give the nations to you. It's just, man, guys, it's gonna be quite the unfolding story as we continue to walk in this journey of faith. So there you have it. Yeah, bedroom is not staged, doesn't look perfect, but that's kind of where we're at right now. We're just trying to get by with the bare minimum, at least, because it's so busy, but it's a good kind of busy. All right, friends, thanks for watching. My baby is crying. Better go get him up from his nap. And we look forward to hearing from you and being able to send more of these videos in the future. Also, watch out for some music that'll be coming your way too, where the Lord is just blessing and pouring songs into us, and we really hope to be able to start recording more demos and scratches like we were doing and sending them in the emails, and maybe even getting into a studio hopefully in the near future to record these songs. All right, friends, God bless. Take care. Love you.